अब एक और ख़ास इंटरव्यू, एक बड़े ख़ास मेहमान हमारे शो पर मौजूद हैं। हमारे स्टूडियो की जीनत और इज़्ज़त बढ़ाने के लिए हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं और उनसे 3 सीज़ पर बात करनी है। वो 3 सीज़ क्या हैं? एक तो उसमें क्रिकेट है, क्योंकि ज़ाहिर है पाकिस्तान और इंग्लैंड की जो क्रिकेट सीरीज़ है उसका आगाज़ हो रहा है। आज से पाकिस्तान और इंग्लैंड की जो क्रिकेट टीमें हैं वो आपस में टकराएंगी और फिर पता चलेगा कि कौन जीतता है। वैसे जीतना तो पाकिस्तान को ही चाहिए, लेकिन देखते हैं
कोई पता नहीं, वो जिसकी गेम है वो भी जीत सकते हैं। वैसे
सही है। तो एक तो सी ये हो गया, बाकी 2 सीज़ कौन से?
बाकी दूसरा सी एक है कोविड, और कोविड के हवाले से इस मुल्क ने पाकिस्तान के साथ कुछ इनिशिएटिव्स लॉन्च किए हैं, कुछ ऑफर्स किए हैं पाकिस्तान को। उस पर हम बात करेंगे कि ब्रिटेन ने पाकिस्तान को किस किस चीज़ के हवाले से ऑफर किया व्हेन इट कम्स टू कोविड। और तीसरी चीज़ ये है कि क्लाइमेट पर इन्होंने भी बड़ा काम किया और क्लाइमेट पर पाकिस्तान भी बड़ा काम कर रहा है। पाकिस्तान के प्राइम मिनिस्टर का जो वो बॉन्ड चैलेंज था, मिलियन ट्री सुनामी, उसके बाद बिलियन ट्री सुनामी, तो ये पाकिस्तान के भी कुछ इनिशिएटिव्स हैं जो क्लाइमेट के हवाले से बहुत अहम है। लेकिन ये क्लाइमेट के बारे में क्या कर रहे हैं, कुछ कचरा वचरा भी साफ करते हुए, उठाते हुए इनकी तस्वीरें आई हैं सोशल मीडिया पे, वो इनसे जानेंगे कि क्या
तस्वीरें में जगाती हैं, कोशिश करती हैं कि जाग जाओ पाकिस्तानियों, जाग जाओ।
बिल्कुल, तो जागो जागो सुबह हुई। और हमारे साथ मौजूद है ब्रिटिश हाई कमिश्नर टू पाकिस्तान क्रिश्चियन टर्नर। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम।
कैसे हैं क्रिश्चियन?
बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक। आई एम वेरी प्लीज्ड टू बी हियर। थैंक यू फॉर इनवाइटिंग मी।
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक। दिस इज हाउ सो यू become fluent in Urdu.
Well, it's Urdish. That's what we're trying to speak.
And we speak Minglish. So it's kind of
थोड़े समझता हूँ।
क्या बात है, आप समझना काफी है। You can reply in English.
I will just go kabi. That will be fine.
आपको कितना वक्त पाकिस्तान में हुआ?
कितना वक्त? I've been here for 18 months now.
Okay.
But it's been a strange 18 months because of this awful COVID.
Yes.
You know, my job as an ambassador is to get out, to meet people, to engage. You can see I like being active and I'm loving my time here.
Yeah.
But it's so frustrating for all of us.
How often do you go to the trail?
The trail, I probably go a couple of times a week, maybe a longer walk at the weekend. I think we're lucky to live in Islamabad. It's a beautiful city.
But what we have done with the city is something like, it is sad.
No, it's good. I'm happy to be out there. The hills are amazing, so I try and get out, get up. At this time of year, you have to get up very early because it's just too hot.
And your videos, the images that circulated on social media, you were picking up that garbage. That's what I was talking about.
Mujhe afsos hai, ye bara tamasha. It was a big noise about my images on the litter, but you know, it was quite spontaneous. Sometimes when we do the communications, we think, but this was just, I saw the litter, and I felt that really, I always carry a bag so I can pick some up, and there was so much of it, and I felt we must all support each other. Safai ahem hai, so we have to work, and it's all of our responsibilities. So we say hamara kachra, hamare जिम्मेदारी है।
क्या बात है, ये तो आपने तारीखी जुमला दे दिया है। This is a historic statement given on our show now that हमारा कचरा हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। So this is going to be,
it's our responsibility, yes. And it's all of us. We can't expect someone else to pick up that plastic bottle. We can do it, and then everything is okay.
But how do you see the things that are being done in this domain of climate change and this bond challenge and this all the billion tree tsunami? How do you think the government is working in this direction?
More broadly, the two countries, Pakistan and Britain, we are exat on climate change. We really are together, and both leaders are real champions of it. For Prime Minister Imran Khan, as you say, he's got the billion tree tsunami, a very important commitment on renewable energy, on phasing out the use of coal. And for the UK, we are hosting the big international climate change talks this year in Glasgow in November. It's called COP26. You'll hear a lot more about this. And really, it's the whole world coming together to say, all of this weather change we're seeing, the heat waves, for a country like Pakistan, this is about water. Everything relies on the water, the melting of the glaciers. It's a real problem. So in that conference, are the world leaders invited? All the world leaders will be coming.
Okay.
Prime Minister Khan will be coming. A lot of work by SAPM, Malik Aslam. So everyone is working to try and say, what can we do more of? And just this week, we have announced a new initiative together where we will help the Pakistani government actually measure its national assets.
Okay.
So if you don't know what you've got, you can't protect it. So you have to count it. And a lot of these, we call them nature-based solutions, the trees, the parks, actually we're saying...
Solar power.
Solar power, exactly. If you measure it, then you can attract the finance and the investment, and I think for Pakistan, the tourism. Okay. Huge potential for the beauty of the country, but we must look after our environment.
What part of Pakistan is something that you loved the most when it comes to tourism?
These are horrible questions for a diplomat, because I have to be nice to everybody. So
but you can be nice, but
it is a
your
difficult
favorite
job.
place.
If I say it's Guada, then the folks in the north get upset. If I say it's Lahore,
so
then
one place from each province.
From every province, yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I am lucky. I've been all over. And you, for Islamabad, I always say you cannot understand a country from its capital
so let's
city.
start from Gwadar. This is your video. The cricket match. Most talked about cricket match.
This cricket pitch was absolutely amazing. And I nearly played, but really I'm not good enough for these fellows. So I was left tossing the coin.
Are you a good cricketer?
No, I'm a very bad cricketer.
Oh, okay.
Bahut kharab hai. So we just flicked the coin.
Okay.
And so Guada, I mean, for its natural beauty, absolutely stunning. And of course important for the trade and the investment. That's why we were really there. And to go to the other end of the country, my trip last year to the north, we went to Chitral, to Gilgit, to Hunza, Karimabad. I mean, the beauty
Amazing places.
It is breathtaking. And everyone said, Christian, you will love it. And I really took my breath away. So the potential of this is quite extraordinary. To climate change, there is more glacial ice in Pakistan than any other country in the world outside the polar regions. Isn't that an amazing thing?
It is amazing.
So the beauty, the assets, the potential is all there.
Sindh.
Sindh, my first trip, Karachi, City of Lights, the energy, the everything.
Vibrance.
The vibrance is extraordinary. And then I will be in big trouble if I don't mention my friends in Lahore. Lahore, hey. And when I go to Lahore, the trouble is I have to diet, I have to fast for a week afterwards because all I do is eat, because the khana is so mazadar.
Is it not too spicy for you?
No, I don't mind a bit of jaldi, that's fine. But the...
and what about Peshawar?
Well, Peshawar, again, what I like about Peshawar and Lahore is actually the history. So I'm a historian by background, and that the natural heritage. So in Peshawar, it's a bit more about some of the Buddhist art and architecture from a very interesting period of history in Lahore, the Mughal era. I mean, of course, the Britishers are all part of this. It's an amazing blend of rich diversity.
Then let's start with football, the game last night, and now the final ahead.
It's very exciting. So I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired this morning because we stayed up till 4 a.m. to watch this huge game at Wembley. The first time in 55 years that England has made the finals of a major tournament.
Is it coming home?
I think it is coming home, and I have already said...
It has never come home, but...
Wo ghar ko aa raha hai.
Wo ghar ko aa raha hai. Wow.
No, we are very, very excited. So the final is on Sunday,
yes.
And I'm happy to talk about cricket and lots of other sports, but today football is... Football is the thing. The whole country has just gone absolutely crazy.
And I can imagine if you win, the celebrations...
Yeah, but there is the small matter of the Italian team between us and this prize, and they are a very good team. So we will see which way it goes on Sunday.
Let's see what happens.
Thank you for your support.
We are supporting you. What about cricket now? Here we'll have a bit of a disagreement.
Now here it gets a little more tasty because today is the first of the one-day internationals.
Yes.
It's the second year Pakistan has toured in the UK, and I have to say last year the team was such ambassadors. It was amazing. And of course this is the stepping stone. I've been very keen, working very hard with the great guys at PCB, at ECB to make this happen, for the England team to return to Pakistan for the Belivakt for the first time in 16 years. I'm so excited. The great thing about the supporters in the UK is, you know what they are called? They're called the Stani Army.
The Stani Army.
The Stani Army. Because they just, the big stadiums, Lords and Edgbaston, they go green. And the atmosphere is absolutely brilliant.
It is.
And of course, this is, my job is wonderful because it sits in the middle of this relationship between the two countries. 1.6 million Brits.
But come on, you can tell us if you're supporting England. We won't mind. We will understand.
I have to support it, but you know that your team is nowhere comparing with Pakistan.
Whoever wins, I mean, I celebrate either way.
Okay.
But there is this little problem today that the team that has been fielded, COVID has hit. And I just
so many players.
Be careful. Don't be complacent. We still have some good players.
We happen to make big mistakes at times, but
I mean, Ben Stokes, kept.
He's a great player. He's a great player. But then we have Babar Azam. So there's it's like. And I know you love Babar Azam.
I do.
Every cricket lover loves him.
I mean, it's just amazing to watch. So as genuine, I'm not neutral. but I sort of am neutral because I'm happy whichever whichever
But
way.
what happened? This whole COVID scenario, I mean, you're easing all your restrictions on 19th of July, and then this comes up.
That there is a very serious point here, which is, you know, COVID has not gone away.
Yeah.
And I think we have to be very, very serious about the risk everywhere. In the UK, we are in our third big wave.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has been rising 60% week on week. We're seeing 30,000 cases a day. You know the number of deaths we have. It's been absolutely terrible for us.
But your vaccination campaign was also very good.
That is a really important,
It was a
important
very
point,
good
Chief
campaign.
Host, that the vaccines help us. Here in Pakistan, less people are vaccinated. I would encourage everyone to have a vaccine.
Absolutely.
And because of that, if the Delta variant comes here, I think we have to be very, very
We've
cautious.
got a few cases of Delta
You
variant,
have, and
yes.
I think the NCOC has done a tremendous job. Important messages to people to carry on observing the SOPs, keeping their distance, being careful. We cannot be complacent, and I think through Eid, through the coming weeks, it is a very, very real risk, and I would say to everyone, please take care.
How do you plan on celebrating Eid?
So Eid, well, as ever, we will enjoy the food, the khana,
Gosht.
Gosht. It'll be, you know, good barbecues, while watching a bit of cricket and enjoying the sports. So-
Cricket.
Finally, coming to the
Yeah, I was also
COVID.
reading another article where UK offers genomic sequencing capacity to Pakistan. What is that about?
Yeah, this sounds very technical, but
It
actually it's
does.
very important. So the big thing with COVID now are these variants. So the virus naturally mutates, and what we have to do is detect those variants so we can better track them and then counter them with the vaccines. And the UK has some of the best scientists in the world, and we do most of the genomic sequencing. And we have announced this week that we are working between our two health systems to help build in Pakistan the same ability to detect those variants.
The variants,
So we have a very strong lab working with NIH, and they will take a sample and they'll say, yes, that's an alpha variant, or that's a beta or a delta variant, and that helps Dr. Faisal Sultan, the health teams right across the country, Rana Safdar. These are brilliant people you've had helping you through the pandemic, and that scientific expertise means that you will be better able to respond, to react as you build those vaccines and people get vaccinated.
Okay, and finally, any other projects that you're doing that you want to mention?
Well, we are doing so much, and one of the reasons...
Or you can tell us the important ones where
Yes.
you and
Yeah.
Pakistan government is collaborating.
I mean, as I say, that the breadth of the relationship, the people-to-people links, but we work on everything. Some of the work we do is very public. We've talked today about COVID, about climate change, about the sport, and they're all fun. But some of the things also are quite difficult. So we do lots of work on Afghanistan at the minute. We're all very concerned as the Americans withdraw.
Yes.
I was up at the Torkham border crossing to look at that. I think a very important vision and goal.
Yes, you were there at Torkham, right?
That's right. And Pakistan has set out a very bold and important vision of regional connectivity, of mutual sovereignty and peace and non-interference. And that then helps drive the economy and job creation.
Trade.
The trade. The recent budget showed that everything comes back to people having jobs and growth, which we also work together on. So, why do I enjoy my job? Because I get to go to the places we talked about and meet frightening people like yourselves.
Like us.
But also because one is working on everything from
Absolutely.
peace in Afghanistan to supporting regional trade to climate change and our environment to going to the odd cricket match.
And what other countries, finally, what other countries have you been as a diplomat?
So I have served in America. I have served as High Commissioner in Kenya, in Africa. And I have
beautiful
worked,
place.
A beautiful place.
Nairobi.
I have worked really right across the world. A lot of my work has been in the Middle East and Africa, but all over. And my job is a great privilege because in the end you get to.
And if I ask you, how do you
people.
compare those places with Pakistan?
You keep
and your
asking
job?
me these undiplomatic.
You said that you're scared of people
so
like us.
I will be honest.
Honest and diplomatic.
You can talk about people here and people there.
There is something that actually you can't disguise. When you like a place, you can't fake that.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
hope it comes across that I genuinely. It's not my job to be a cheerleader for Pakistan. It's my job to advance British interests.
Exactly.
And it's not my job
Better
to
relationships.
always. Yes, it's not my job to always agree with Pakistan because sometimes, like close and old friends,
Yes.
we have things we disagree on. But as a place to live and have my family and to work, I have very, very quickly grown to love this country. in all the areas we've
That
talked
says
about.
everything.
People
that
also,
says it all.
people have also loved you since the day you're here. I was just telling him that there was a great talk of the town that new British High Commissioner is in Islamabad, and he looks very friendly. So people also love you, Christian.
I am very sorry, but thank you. You're very kind.
Thank you for coming to the show. It was an honor for
It's a real pleasure. I very much enjoyed myself.
Thank you. बहुत शुक्रिया.
बहुत शुक्रिया.
शुक्रिया.
Thank you very much.